Hello, my name is Vison, and this is a snapshot of Tales of Hearts R. Now this game came out on November the 11th, 2014 for the PlayStation Vita in North America. It's my first ever Tales game. I've actually kind of been looking forward to this, because I've really wanted to try the Tales series, but I've never gotten around to doing it until now, so yay for me. Anyways, the Tales series is actually a fairly old and robust franchise that's been kicking around for a while, but not too many games have been localized, and if the announcement for Tales of Hearts R was any indication, this was a lot of boardroom wrangling just to get it localized at all. So that actually really affects how I'm going to recommend this at the end of the video. Although you can probably guess what I'm meaning by that right now. So I've been 8.5 hours in. I'm going to load the 8-hour game file instead, because it's just easier for me to avoid spoilers in the middle of a desert. So there you go. Also, that thing on the camera is a boss. I'm not going to run straight into that. I'm going to get into a regular battle first. But before that, menus! I don't want to cover all of these, because otherwise we'll be stuck here for half an hour. So what we're going to instead focus on are somas and arts together. So first of all, let's just go to core. I might as well complain about the translation right now. In English, he's core. In Japanese, he's shingu. It's not really shin, it's shingu. And it's very audible, and it's completely different from core. I mean, where did these translations come from? Even in the intro sequence, the English says the word moth like 5 times, but nothing in Japanese says the word moth. I was like, what is this translation? What is this, for kids? I mean, the meat and potatoes of it, the core of the statement is still true, but they took some really weird artistic licenses, and a lot of these names just don't make any sense. Like, Core's name is Shingu, not Core. I mean, like, Kohaku is still Kohaku, Hisui is still Hisui, Barrel is still Barrel. Like, why is Core... Like, never mind. Whatever. Rant over. Let's get on with the real details here. Alright, so this is the Soma system. What this is you basically, when you level up, you don't immediately gain stats, you gain SBP. Those can be allocated into 5 different sections: belief, fight, sincerity, endurance, metal. These all increase different stats. You can see the stats listed on the left side, and the one selected is the one highlighted in light blue. Unless I encoded this improperly, in which case you can barely read it. Different stats, different things. Long story short. What these also do is, first of all, you just put a few points in, you can see that the stats go up. However, you can see at the top, for example, sincerity, blah out of 33. If I fill it all the way up to 33, and you can see there beast, 3, you gain that skill. Now, of course, I haven't locked it in yet, but still. Sorry. So you can see here, as you put more points into these, you can gain different skills. You can gain certain passives. These passives have to be equipped into skill slots. You can also gain weapons, as well as the stuff like, there's SP plus 3, which increases the number of skills that you can equip. There's also this section here. I don't think I have anything available right now. Let's see. Just quickly lock this in. Let's see here. We'll go with Inez. So let's quickly randomly throw points around for a second. Let's see if I can get it to show up. No. Come on. Okay, you can see that shining line there. Basically what happens is that if you put enough points into 2 of these, so for example, level 4 fight and level 5 belief, in this case, then what happens is that you will gain a bonus effect. So you can see here, I already put those points in, so I just press lock in these changes and go. So those 3 is like, okay, I get those skills. And then because these are here, you also get this extra bonus. And this is basically put in place to encourage you to spread the stats evenly. Although if you so choose, you can just stack one stat if you want to. So it's up to you, you pick what you want. Also, because my mother is francophone, this merci very much pisses me off so much that you have no idea. Anyways, enough of my pet peeves. Next, I'm going to get into blah, blah, blah. Equipment I'm going to skip. It's the usual spiel. The difference is that some One of them is a title that will just grant stats. Those are gathered through either side quests or story events, or side story events. It's hard to explain in this without showing it to you, and I don't think I can dig any up yet. There are also, and of course, the weapons can also be gained through the Soma system. Accessories do what you expect. Items do what you expect. Arts, the only thing I want to get into here is that the different arts, you can assign up to 8 that can be used by you in the middle of battle. These shortcuts are designed for the player. The AI, unless you specifically tell them to use or not use certain skills, they will just use everything in the skill list. So that's how it goes. These hotkeys are primarily for the player, not for the AI, and I'm just going to quickly change this. There we go. So you can assign different skills. There's also a combo system that we'll show you in a bit. Cooking system, finally. This is designed to basically boost stats and stuff. There is actually a cooking level. In this case, you can see this thing ups defense by blah, blah, blah. You can feed it to the person, and then it'll give the person that number of stats. So far, though, I haven't actually figured out what determines whether or not someone is hungry. I think it's just after you complete one thing, they will or will not gain the certain cooking stat. Some of these are health regen. Some of these are like these are health TP. TP is mana regen. Some of these are stat boosters. Basically, you just have to feed it to the right person, and if you do that, you can see the fork and knife 4. After 4 battles, that'll wear off, and the buff will wear off, sort of thing. So let's run backwards, avoid the boss. We'll get into a regular battle. There's also a crazy AI system. I'm going to show that to you in the middle of battle after fighting a bit, though. These battles are actually pretty short because I'm, like, even at the same level, it's okay. So right now, what I'd like to do, and I think this is how you're supposed to do it, is you're supposed to first of all navigate around with the left stick. When you swing at an enemy, you see it locks on. Now use the left pad and forward and backwards. You can see here, moving forward and backwards. You can also change targets using R. You can also jump using the left pad up when inputting nothing else. You can also block with the square button. There are certain attacks that can be parried. If you parry them, then you get a free counterattack. X is regular attacks. You just beat the snot out of people. Screwed that up. Circle is arts. You saw the mapping earlier. Depending on what you want to do, you can do different arts. What the heck is this again? Heal? No. What the heck was this? Oh, it's Dispel. I forgot. I forgot my mappings. Whatever. Let's get into another battle real quick. What is this? Oh. Also, yeah, so far the game has been pretty linear, but stuff like this shows me, yep, there's going to be some explorable crap somewhere down the line, mark my words. So, you know, I'm only 8.5 hours in. It's been mostly linear so far, but there's so much stuff scattered around all over the world that I can tell that there's going to be more stuff that's interesting. Okay, next thing about the battle system. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, 4 next to the portrait. As I use various arts, you can see 3, 2, 1, 0, and then I can't use arts anymore. If you're out of combat, they regenerate quickly. If you're in the middle of a combo, they regenerate very slowly. What the hell are the mappings again? Okay, that one was heal. I think it was left? Okay, that was Windblade. Okay, so then what was right again? Oh, whatever. Can beat stuff up. One of these days I'm going to get one of the counters right. Or whatever. I think I'm going to have to go fight the boss so I can show up off more with combat. Because otherwise I'm just going to be stuck killing stuff too fast. Let's run back to the boss, shall we? Let's quickly flee. When you flee, you get the fleeing bar on the top left. Stuff happens, and then you can flee after the fleeing bar finishes up. Let's quickly run into the boss. Yay, it's a boss. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. It's Japanese voice, English sub. That's basically how it goes. Also, you have the different buff going on. So you can combo. You can see there I can do a 30-hit combo. And one of these days I will get the combo counter down right. Also, the boss is running around hitting me with random shit. And just diving into the ground and doing all sorts of other crazy shit. There we go. I somehow managed to get the counter on that. Ah, crap. Yeah, whatever. Okay, well, he's stoned, so let me just quickly grab an item. Can't use it from him. Where the hell is it? Stone bottle. There we go. Also, items also have a usage gauge. Just quickly grab another stone bottle. Blah, blah, blah. Get the other guy out of stone condition. Heal. There we go. Wait for the boss to stop running around like crazy. There we go. God damn it. Stop running around so I can hit you. Also, another thing about the red attacks is that you can't counter them unless... they actually target you. Actually, there was one art that I really wanted to use. Let me just quickly change things around. Windblade Photon. Changing Photon to Burning Strike. Oh wait, no, I actually mapped it here. Never mind. Whatever. Oh, let's just quickly... where the hell does the boss go? I'll just quickly do a Burning Strike because it looks cool. Bam. Eat fireballs. Either way, yeah. One of these days I will get the counters down properly. Also, you generate TP by 1 every single time you... There we go, countered him properly. There's also this mode where you basically... where you can basically get unlimited use of your skills and it doesn't consume any resources, which is nice. That is gained over time, marked off on the left side of the screen, and I fucking hate this boss because he kicks my ass all the time. Let's quickly get him to Cure Stone. Oh, right, because everyone's out of resources now. Fuck. Blah, blah, blah. LG. He's still stoned. Oh, yeah, this boss actually kicked my ass a couple times when I tried him out for the first time. You know, I can sort of get it done eventually. Normally, I try to clear these fuckers out. Ugh, whatever. Needless to say, I kind of suck, and yeah. I think this boss took me like 10 minutes the last time I cleared it. Fucking... Oh yeah, I'm just gonna fail this, it seems. Well, that's embarrassing. Oh well. That's me trying and failing to fight a boss. Let's load the other save file so I don't make an ass out of myself more. From this point on, I will have to say that there probably is going to be spoilers, since I am in a later part of the game that I'm in the middle of and don't really understand what's going on. I'll just run around a city. What the hell was I supposed to be doing around the city again? Searching for a guy, I think? Anyways, these are the cities. You can run around, talk to people. Quickly bring up the map. Where the hell am I trying to go? Blah, da, 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 da. This shop over here. You can get recipes here, except I already bought all of them. You can also get usual item shops and armor shop as well over there. That's just wander around and see if we can find a side quest somewhere. Although I don't think I can since I just got to the city. Oh, this is just a corridor. Oh well, let's wander around. Here's a cutscene, I think.
教会の人たちって軍の攻撃を警戒してる割に街の中は随分手薄だよね。
きっと戦力を縄文に集めているのよ。この生徒は少数精鋭での防衛を考えて設計された町だから。それに教会はゼロ無憑依兵の存在を知らないから油断もしてるわね。
油断ってあの兵隊の力は結晶騎士並みだよ。しかも数だってきっと相当多い。出た。おい、そこの小さいのボールを拾え。はあ、ごめんなさいお姉さん、ボールを拾ってくださいでしょ。そこの小さい変な帽子、いいから早くボールを拾え。そうだそうだ、早くボールを拾ってください。違った、拾え。礼儀を知らないやつらだな。ちょっと口の利き方を教えてやる。へっへー、やれるもんならやってみろ。
何やってんだ。おいベリル、くだらねえことやってると置いてくぞ。
お前はうわー、何すんだよ。
どうしたベリル。
ペリドット姉ちゃん、言われた通り一番弱そうなのをおびき出したよ。よーし、スピン、ネル、よくやった。みんなごめん。
てめえはペリドット、また人質を取る気か。
違う、あんたら手配されてるくせに堂々と歩き回りすぎだっての。ここに呼んだのは人目を避けたかっただけだよ。
カルセドニーはどこ。
そう慌てなさんなって。やあやあ、我らバレイヤ教結晶騎士団第13小隊はシングメテオライト一行に対し正々堂々の決闘を申し込む。当方がかけるは琥珀ハーツのスピルーンなり。キコーラにはスピルーンに隠された秘密の公開をかけてもらう。いざこの決闘受けるか否か。
否だ。何があってもリチア様の情報を公開するわけにはいかん。
おいおい、危ない仲間が増えてんじゃないの。マジで拒否る気。決闘もできない卑怯者め。ペリドット姉ちゃんに代わって俺が相手だ。ネルも相手だ。
待て、その決闘受けるよ。
そうこなくっちゃ。決戦の場所はサンテクス大聖堂最上階の輪。何せ大聖堂だしね。あんたたちが死んだらすぐに葬式を挙げられて便利だろ。
へ、何言ってやがる。俺たちの葬式の前にてめえの葬式あげる羽目にならねえよ。存分に祈っておくこったな。
この個人史上最強のペリドット姉ちゃんにそんな口聞いて後悔するなよ。後悔しないでじゃないや、するなよ。ごめんよネル、騒がせたせいでまた発作が出ちゃったね。ネルの面倒は俺たちが見るよ。ペリドット姉ちゃんは教会の敵をやっつけてね。
何ですか騒がしいと思ったら、やっぱりペリドットが帰ってきてるのね。
やばー、うるさいのが来た。とにかくあんたら腹決めて大聖堂に来な。いいね。
So yeah, that to me is like, if you can understand any Japanese at all, what the hell is with the translation? I mean, the English translation is sort of trying to follow the tone of what the Japanese is saying, but the words are completely different. I mean, she wasn't saying that at all. She wasn't saying that. Like, what was saying is just like, well, you better show up anyways. Like, okay. I'm not sure what they did with the English translation. It's sort of that sort of for kids feel. Also, you can see down in the left corner, select the Prince or Cathedral. That'll give you a cutscene of some sort. In this case, this is one of the ones that'll say, that is, you go that away. Those would be the non-voice ones. There are also some quirky ones where they just have character interactions and their relationship will increase. There is some sort of relationship system, but I have no idea what it does. Like, I actually have no idea. It doesn't seem to be affecting anything. But either way, maybe it's not a relationship system. Maybe it's just something like Clementine will remember this sort of thing, where it's there to say now they have become friends more, and that's why something down the road explains it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a relationship system, even though it says there is. You can also just chat to these kids for no good reason. Yay. So that, to me, is about as much as I'm willing to show, and I already threw around a crap ton of spoilers, so that could also end up being a problem. But, you know, overall, would I recommend this game? Again, this is a game that people are... Okay. Let me put it this way. This is a game that people are saying is supposed to be 40 hours long. I'm only 8 hours long. Even if I'm someone who really rushes through text. Like, I just bull rush it. Okay, I just read text really fast, and that usually cuts like 5 to 10% off of all my playthroughs. I'm going through this really fast, especially since I wanted to get as far as possible for this video. But overall, it's just, this is a game that I find it hard to really give an impression on, but I think I'm now at the part in the game where it started to flesh itself out. Because the first 2 hours are a little bit barren to me. Like, your options are very limited. Even then, from, like, there's this boss with a scythe, like this evil-looking boss with a scythe companion. That was a pretty interesting boss. But everything between that and the sandworm I showed you who kicked my ass, everything there was just an enemy who hits you and you hit it back. So, up until about the 8th hour, I would have complained heavily that the boss variety sucked. But now, and since I'm only, like, a quarter maybe through the game, then I can say, like, okay, later down the road there might be better bosses sort of thing. So, you know, essentially what I'm trying to say is that my opinions right now aren't that fleshed out, even though I'm trying to make a video of it right now. But overall, from what I've experienced, what I will say is this. The combat system is uniquely Tales. I can say that for a fact. This is a combat system that doesn't handle the same way that it does in any other game I can think of. Another thing I can say is that a story is that level design, and this is something I probably would have to wait until much further along in the game when I could fully backtrack all the way back to Nowhere Land. But a lot of the first 5 to 7 hours is extremely linear. Like, disgustingly linear. There are some parts in the game, was that another take or was it this video? Either way, there are some parts in the game where it says like, ooh, this is a mysterious thing. Ooh, you can't open this. And it really clues into the idea that, yeah, at some point later on, you're going to be revisiting this. Then hopefully it'll open up, maybe backtrack, maybe things will change. And again, this is supposed to be a 40-hour game, so I'm going to believe it, but much of the early game is extremely linear. And a lot of it also feels like extremely predictable level patterns. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but a lot of these, it's just, I look at the layout for 2 seconds like, yep, it's supposed to be up and to the right, or, gee, there is this path going off to the side. I wonder if there's a treasure chest there. That sort of level design. It's very predictable. So in the end, I guess one of the things it's supposed to be relying on is the story. The story itself is vaguely interesting up until you get to the capital. Once you get to the capital, then the story starts moving. Then the story really starts moving. You start getting more interesting plot developments. It starts to break up the monster of the week E formula that it sets up for itself, and then it starts to really develop. But again, this is one of the 40-hour JRPGs, really fucking long, so expect to have to slog through that much in order for the story to really start, you know, going, sort of thing. But overall, would I recommend this game? Yes. It's not one of those stand up and say, buy this now, immediately, or you will regret it sort of thing, but it's just, this is a very solid game. It does what it advertised on the tin. Story is solid, combat is solid, dungeon design, recently in the part of the game that I've played, also solid now. I would still make the comment that it feels linear anyways, even though a Tales fan may say, no, it's actually not linear, it's blah 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 later down the road. I could be wrong about that, so that's that as well. But overall, it's Tales. I would also like to caveat the idea that this is something that Namco Bandai took a risk on localizing. So if you are someone who enjoys the Tales franchise and wants to see more Tales games, then I would strongly consider making that a factor for your purchase. That alone is never enough to justify buying a game, but the game is very solid on its own. If you like JRPGs and you think, hey, it would be great if they localized more JRPGs, then that's a great extra justification to buy Tales of Hearts R. But otherwise, TLDR, it's Tales. That's the best TLDR I can come up with. It's Tales, the Tales franchise, and you know, as my first experience with it, people have said this is the meh game of the series, but you know, I'm having a pretty decent time with it, so sure. My name has been Veason. Thanks for watching.